Hey everybody. If you're like me, you might be on lockdown right now. Um, uh, Here in Colorado, all the bars and restaurants are all closed. You're not even really supposed to be outside unless you're going to like the grocery store and things like that. And it is super nice out. But if you're like me and you want to keep playing your D&D game or whatever, and you've moved online, I'll show you a way that you can use Photoshop or like any kind of photo editing tool. There's lots and lots of free photo editing tools. This is a simple process to make RPG tokens. And if you have monster manuals lying around, you can use the art in here and scan it in and use this art. Or don't feel bad about using this art in your games because you've already paid for it. You've officially licensed that art for use in your own personal games. So anyways, let's make some RPG tokens. Okay, so got a few things open right here. We'll just start with the easiest thing first. So this is rolladvantage.com. They have a token stamp. It's probably the easiest way to make an RPG token. If you want to, you can support them on Patreon. But what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna make a quick little token. I want some goblins. And I like Pathfinder's goblins. I think that they're iconic. It's like Coca-Cola or whatever, like their logo. Like you can just recognize a Pathfinder goblin from a mile away. Hopefully I don't get sued for this. Hopefully nobody gets sued for this. This is a Pathfinder wiki. So I'm just gonna take some art that I like off of here, and I'm gonna make a goblin token. Yeah, from this guy. So what I can do is I can go on here to token stamp, and then I can just upload an image, pick this goblin, center him on here however I want to, and then that's how he's gonna look. And then I can just save that image and it'll put it in my downloads folder. But this background part, this is going to be transparent. Whenever you see this in an application, that means that this area is transparent. So that doesn't look that great though, I don't think. I mean, we have some options. We can change the border, we can change the tint, the color, background and things like that, but we're gonna do something a little more advanced. So okay, I've got a free online photo tool. freephototool.com. This is something that I put in my bookmarks. It's just a browser-based Photoshop, basically. I mean, it's like so similar to Photoshop that it's like, how is this not copyright infringement? Like all the shortcuts are the same and everything, so I just like it. I know how to use Photoshop, so first off, I'm going to make a new document, and we just need this to be square. It doesn't really matter. We can do it in inches or millimeters or whatever, pixels. I'm just going to make it square. Doesn't really matter because we're going to I will pick a transparent background just because it's going to make my job easier later. So first off, I'm going to open and place our little goblin, and I'm going to resize him until he sort of fills up the page. Maybe a little smaller than that. So One thing that I don't like about this is that it has this background that's sort of all over the place. So what we can do first off is get rid of the background. We can just take this tool. Nope. The magic wand tool, and then we can click on this and then just delete it. Oh, whoops, we need to... Alright, so first we need to turn the image into a raster, which is just an editable graphic, like a JPEG, that type of thing. And now we can just delete all that. Okay, there we go. So, right off the bat, that already looks way better to me. And then, so I went online and I found a few different types of borders. I already downloaded a couple. These are they're going to be royalty-free borders. And so then I'm just going to take this one. I'm going to open and place that one. So it will automatically make a new layer. Just open and place this guy. So this is already in that same format where the background is transparent. So I'm just going to take, whoops. I'm just going to select everything on this layer. And then I'm going to resize that. So one of the shortcuts is you can just press Control and then click on the layer and it'll select everything that's on that layer. Or you can say select all. But that's what that shortcut is Control, just Control click. That's a little easier. If you're a graphic designer like me, it'll save your wrists if you learn the shortcuts of Photoshop. So then we're gonna say gotta do it again, gotta rasterize it. We're gonna transform it, edit, free transform is just gonna let us change the shape, the size of it. So, actually, I like that already. Yeah, I mean, I like that. So, yeah, I can go in and I can do some other things too. I can add a different background. How about that one? That's a good one. Select everything on this layer. I'm going to put it behind the goblin. And then I'm going to free transform everything on that layer. Okay, so another thing that I can do now is, now that I've got this kind of set up the way that I want it, and this token looks good, I'm happy with the way it looks, I can get rid of this part, the outer border. So there's something else that I want to try though. I just want to see how this guy looks if I do multiply. If I kind of try some different filters, on, I like that. Yeah, I like how that looks. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to select everything on this layer. And then I'm going to go on this layer while I still have what's on this layer selected. And then I'm going to delete that on that layer. Oh, whoops, I didn't want to do that. Control Z. That's another shortcut you should learn. So actually, I'm going to deselect all that, and then we do the same thing with the magic wand. Oh, Yeah, I think this is going to be easier. Just do it this way. So I have this selected right now, the little kind of Celtic band part. So I can say select inverse, and then I can go around and I can subtract things that I don't want to delete. So I can just go in with this little tool, this guy. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Guess we want the subtract tool. Yeah. So I can very quickly just go around and then just kind of leave all this stuff in the in that area that I want, and get rid of the other things that I don't want. So this area I want to get rid of, so I'm just going to delete that. And I'm going to go through all the layers until all that's left is this. And actually, I think I'm gonna delete that on this layer too. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. Okay, cool. That is a good looking token. I like him. So now I'm just gonna save export. Actually, I'm gonna export as, and then I'm gonna do it as a PNG and not a JPEG or whatever, you know. I'm gonna do it as a PNG because it's easiest to save a transparent background with a PNG. If you do it with a JPEG, it default wants to give it a background, so it'll put like a white background on there. So, and then another thing I want to do is, so it's already saving for web, which is a good thing with like Roll20 and things like that, because when you use Roll20, it's browser based. So anytime you're playing with people online, it's going to have to load that image. And when you say save for web, it's going to compress that image and it's going to make it smaller and easier to load. So that's all that save for web does, is it just sort of compresses that until it makes it easier to load on a web page. So they put it in my downloads folder. I'm going to put it in my D&D folder. Oh, wrong one. Uh-oh, just erased something. Call him Goblin. There. Okay, Goblin JPEG, meet Goblin SVG? No, PNG, yeah. Okay, so I've got that guy done. And yeah, I mean, I like him, so then I can take him into Roll20 or wherever, and then I have a nice looking Goblin token. So, and then we can also make this area, this background transparent too. if you wanted to do that. Like we could go onto this layer and then say select inverse and then delete everything like that, and then we could save a token like that. That's you know, another token. Now I'm gonna make sure that I have PNG selected, and that'll make it easier for it to be transparent in the background. So, and then I also I'm gonna get into a Roll20 page. Okay, so I've got a Roll20 game open. So I'll show you what both of these guys look like if I put them into Roll20. So here's one with the transparent background, but he still has this nice little border. And then we can load the other one too. I'll show you what that looks like. Two goblins. And then they're both going to be easy to load on this web page, but those are some nice looking tokens. So anyways, yeah, I hope that helps you out. I hope that you know, it might be a little bit more work than you're looking to do for every single monster. If you have if you go into Roll20, you can buy a monster manual and they'll have all the stats in it and everything, and that'll all be done. But if you want to do something special for like a player character or something like that, you know, try that. So anyways, yeah, hope that helps you out. Hope that you guys are all staying safe and healthy, and that yeah, you're not going crazy with the quarantine. Today I got my first offer to be a sponsor, or to do a sponsored video. It was for some kind of like horrible Metabolife thing, so I spared you guys that, but welcome to all my new subscribers. And I guess I've hit that mark where I'm getting sponsorship offers now, so you might see like Raid Shadow Legends ads on my channel now. Anyways, take care of yourselves, stay safe, wash your hands, blow your nose, stay healthy and safe.